everyone, and welcome to Rhinebeck High School for another installment of high school football. Ian Sachs alongside Rob Moretti. Today, Rob, we have a matchup of the 0-3 Black Hats against the 0-3 Haldane Blue Devils. Rob, what do you expect? Someone's going to get their first win.
Someone does, and if I had to make a guess, it would be Rhinebeck today, but it's I guess, watch and find out. Rhinebeck's been trending upward, though, after losses in the first 2 weeks. Last week against Riverdale, just a 7-point loss. So they've been trending upward. They've been playing better football. If I had to make a prediction, I'd say there's a good chance that comes to a head today and they're able to pick up their first W.
And after their 7-point loss, Haldane got shut out in their most recent game. So it looks like Rhinebeck trending up, Haldane possibly trending downward. But we'll see. First kickoff right after this.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to today's Senior Day football game between the visiting Blue Devils from Haldane and your Rhinebeck Black Hats.
Welcome back here for the opening kickoff. Haldane won the toss and elected to defer, so it's Henkel, John Henkel, 10th grader, kicking off. He boots it down, squibbing it, and it takes a bounce for Rhinebeck. Spencer fields it, and he'll get out to the 33-yard line, which is where the Black Hats offense will start the first drive of the afternoon.
Black Hat return on the opening kickoff by number 24, Logan Spencer.
We were here 3 weeks ago and we saw Rhinebeck when
carries
they
the ball to the Black Hat 34-yard line where it'll be first down and 10.
Efficiency wasn't quite where they
on
wanted
the
it to be. There
for
were some
Haldane, number
turnovers.
44, Sam Giancinta.
So we'll see how far they've come in these 3 weeks.
Spread out wide with 2 running backs behind quarterback Asram. He hands it off for Cueto, who takes it up about 7 yards.
That's something, too, that when Rhinebeck made that run to the state championship, what they had was a multi-headed misdirection running attack, and they
Black
can
Hat
run a
carry on the play
similar
by number
system
8,
this year if they
Peter
want.
Cueto.
But they have Cueto, they have a bunch of running backs.
Picks up
Evans,
7 yards and bring
Dorico,
up second down and
Azram
3
can
for
run the
Black
ball as
Hats
well,
from their
so
own 40-yard line.
it's all a matter of the linemen as well, hitting their blocking assignments, and they can have a lot of success on the ground if they can do it.
Cueto, one of those tall runners, and he takes it again from on the pitch. Pick up about 1 or 2 yards on that one, so it'll be third and very short. And Cueto, with those long strides, can really pick up some yardage.
Certainly will
Black
see
Hat
if they
carry on the
spot
play
that one. It
number
will be about a
8,
yard
Peter
short.
Cueto picks up about 2 yards
far,
and bring up third
each
down and
run
short.
has been for
On the
positive
tackle
yardage,
for
so
Haldane,
if you're
number
Rhinebeck, you
23,
have to like your
Sean
chances
Gannon.
here of advancing the ball and moving the sticks.
And with third and short, you can even still go to a running play, not have to go pass as they hand it off for Maffei.
That's going to be close. I don't know if he got it.
Looks to be, from our vantage point, maybe about half a yard short, and yeah, that's where they're marking it.
The question here is, early in the game, do you
Black Hat
punt,
carry on the play by number
or do you
42,
go
Gio
for it and
Maffei.
risk giving Haldane good field position?
Was just enough for a first down. It'll be first and 10 for the Black
So they-
Never
Hats.
mind, it is a first down.
So they give him the first
At
down.
the
I think that's
43-yard
a
line.
very generous spotting for the Black Hats, but nonetheless, the home fans will take it here on Senior Day. The handoff again, the fake handoff, keeping it himself is Azram, as he picks up a yard or two. They'll give
And on the
they'll
quarterback
give him 2
keeper by
yards
number
out
3,
to
Gabe
the
Azram.
45-yard
Picks
line.
up 3 yards. It'll bring up second down.
4 plays so far for Rhinebeck, all on the ground. Azram under center, Maffei right behind him. Hands off from Maffei. The pitch outside to Golern, and Golern breaks free and picks up the first down into Haldane territory.
And there's that misdirection offense. I thought that was a handoff, and then
And the
we thought
Black
it was a
Hat carry
keeper.
by number 11,
that pitch
Ben
at the last
Golern.
moment, right before the initial contact by Azram. A
Brings
very
the
good
ball
job, found
into
Golern. Everyone was already
Haldane
committed
territory.
inside.
It'll
He was
be
able to
first
take
down
it
and 10 for the
outside,
Black Hats
and obviously
from
run
the
for
Blue
a gain
Devils'
of
46-yard
10 yards
line.
almost.
So the first down, the first play in Haldane territory. Azram under center, takes it and then gives it to Cueto, coming near side. Cueto gets out in space, breaks free. That'll be a first down. He'll be inside the 10 and go all the way to the touchdown.
Black Hat touchdown.
Pedro
Number 8,
Peter Cueto getting the Black Hats on the board, and the running attack absolutely phenomenal for Rhinebeck there.
And the blocking on that play was fantastic. Cueto already had a lot of open space when he turned the corner to the near side of the field, and then he got a perfect block or two on the way down, and really was able to almost cakewalk himself into the end zone.
And when you get those secondary blocks out in open space, it really sets up a fantastic play. Point after is blocked. That was Cal Cagney on the kick. Haldane got through the line of scrimmage.
And the extra point
it'll be
attempt by number 2, Roman
6-0
Calcagni, is blocked.
Rhinebeck. Not even 3 minutes into this contest.
The block by Haldane's
step
number
aside
20,
for a
Luke
quick timeout.
Gingulis.
Back here on LMC Varsity Sports, 6-0, Rhinebeck leads Roman Calcagni to kick off. 9:21 to go in the first quarter. There's the whistle, and Calcagni gets set. Sends it into Haldane territory, fielded by far side by DiGregorio. And DiGregorio breaks a few tackles and gets almost to midfield. Excellent field position for Haldane to start it off.
Yeah, a little shake and bake left and right, got the job done, and for Haldane is exactly what you want after giving up that big touchdown. Get yourself good field position and try to set up your offense to answer.
We'll see if they can do that. First look at the Blue Devils offense.
28, Joe DiGregorio. Brings the ball
Scored
back
15
to their,
points in each of their first 2 games.
Blue Devils, 46-yard
shut out
line. In on the tackle for the Black Hats, number 56, Amore Gordon.
Starting off in shotgun, 2 guns, almost picked off. by Ryan O'Rourke. Two Guns sent it behind the intended receiver and just couldn't read the defense and almost picked off it. Rhinebeck fans really wanted to see that one real good.
Down for the Blue Devils.
Two Guns threw that one a little short, but overall, though, especially for a Class D school like Haldane, Two Guns is a very solid quarterback. We saw him last year as a sophomore making some good throws, so that will be part of their offense.
Two Guns now goes to take it himself, and that run swallowed up by the Rhinebeck defensive line, really making the contact there, Dorico. But three Black Hats all following him, and so it'll be 3rd and 13 coming up for Haldane. So after that good return, the Rhinebeck defense holding its own, at least on the first 2 plays. Two Guns from the shotgun, hands off, and they lose the ball. Fumble recovered by Haldane. It looks like it'll be.
There was a fumble on the play.
And Rhinebeck comes away with it. Branca coming toward the Rhinebeck side, carrying the ball.
Recovered by the
almost trophy-like.
It'll be 1st and 10.
The problem there for Haldane, aside from the obvious, they fumbled the football. The only player here was Craig Dowd. He sort of sat on it, but wasn't able to pick it up. So that kick return means nothing for Haldane.
Kick return sets them up with excellent field position, as now they start off inside Haldane territory. 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. Asram with the pass to Cueto, and he'll pick up the 1st down, getting to the 30-yard line.
A little misdirection pass there, a little play action.
Peter Cueto.
Easily could have been
The
a
result of the
handoff.
play is a 1st
Asher
down.
might have had an option there to run it himself if he wanted to.
On
He
the
saw
tackle
Cueto
for
open
the
and
Blue
decided to
Devils,
take
number
the shot.
20, Luke Gingulis.
Looked like Asram thought about running it himself, and then, as you said, found the wide open Cueto to pick up 15 yards in the 1st down. 8 minutes, just under 8 minutes here in the 1st quarter. Rhinebeck already 1 score on the day, and looking to try to get another off the fumble by Haldane. Asram hands off for Golern. Golern will pick up forward progress, probably get him a yard or 2.
Black Hat carry on the play by number 11, Ben Galern. Goes for a very short gain. It'll bring up 2nd down.
Bring up 2nd and say 9. Did pick up 1 positive yard there.
Maybe a half.
Nonetheless, positive yardage.
Positive yardage is positive yardage, especially on 1st down.
Asram under center, Maffei behind him. Fakes the handoff to Maffei, keeps it himself. Asram now out in open space, and he picks up the 1st down, crossing the 20 to the 18-yard line.
And Black Hat carrying the play, number 3, Gabe Asram.
More of that misdirection offense from Rhinebeck. It's worked for them in a number of years. It's the offense
Picks
that
up about 11 yards. The play was enough for 1st down. It'll be 1st and 10 for the Black Hats inside the Blue Devils' 20-yard line.
Now it's Rhinebeck's 2nd drive, also his 2nd time in the red zone. 1 for 1 so far with punching it into the end zone. Asram hands off for Maffei. Initial contact right at the line of scrimmage. There's a flag on the play.
Carrying the play by number 42, Gio Maffei. However, there is a flag on the play.
So we'll wait for the call from the referees. Face mask on Haldane, which of course will add to the positive pickup from Maffei.
The only question is whether it's the
And the call on the field is a
incidental
face
5
mask
yards or
against
if
the
it's
Blue
the
Devils.
15-yard personal foul. Either way, definitely marches Rhinebeck much closer to the end zone.
And after
Ball
the
right down
penalty,
to the 5,
it'll bring
right outside the 5.
the ball down to close to the Blue Devils' 5-yard line, where it'll be 1st and goal.
And with the way that Rhinebeck's running attack has been able to just plow through Haldane, you got to figure they're going to pick up these 5 yards and get it into the end zone for a 2nd trip. Ashram hands off for Cueto. Cueto picked up maybe 2 or 3 yards there, getting
Black carry the play number 8.
the 2.5 yard line.
Picks up about 3 yards and bring up second down and goal.
Offense keeps on churning. Every play's been for at least a half-yard positive yardage, and that's what you like. Methodical, sustained drives.
Ground attack successful for Rhinebeck as Ashram keeps it himself, goes right up the middle, but met by linemen on both sides.
Quarterback keeper by number 3,
Still
Gabe
picked up, I think, a
Ashram.
yard.
Yeah, down to the 1 yard line now.
Picks up about 2 yards. It'll bring up third down and goal.
And when you're that close, I say run it to the outside because to pick up 1 or 2 extra yards.
Right, that goal line defense, it's hard to get through sometimes, but towards the outside, you have more likely chance of success.
Exactly. They run it up the middle, and what do we know, right?
Number 3, Gabe Ashram.
The quarterback keeper, good for the 6-point score, 12-0 Rhinebeck now, as they'll look to get the extra point this time around. Didn't get it on their last trip.
It looked like last time the main issue was the snap, but Ashram takes the hold too, so you could always run a trick play out of it, and we've seen them do it.
That one well off to the side and no good, so it'll
And
be
the extra point by number 2,
12-0.
Roman Coat Cagney is
Rhinebeck
no good.
leads.
Wide left.
4:52 remaining here in quarter number 1. Haldane ball coming up right after this. Welcome back here at LMC Varsity Sports. Rhinebeck 12-0 over Haldane. Still first quarter. Cal Cagney to kick off after the Ashram touchdown. Kick is high and short, fielded by Allen, who had to slide to field it, and down right there.
Yeah, that's the high school
Roman
rule. Once the knee
Cagney.
goes down, you don't need the contact from the defense or
Receiving
the
kick
cover
number 24,
team.
Nate
As soon
Allen.
as the knee's down for player safety, you're down.
Knee was down when he caught the ball, so therefore it'll be
So
first
it'll
down
be
and
first
10
and
for the Blue
10 at the
Devils
30-yard line.
from their own 30-yard line.
Last time we saw Haldane get a very good return, almost to midfield. Now they're starting at their own 30. But of course that return didn't really do anything as Haldane turned it over. 2 guns, drops back, passes it off for Gannon. Gannon almost to the 40, gets to about the 38-yard line.
And there's a good chance you're going to see the playbook
Blue
open
Devil
up a
pass
little
was
bit for
complete to
Haldane. You're going to see
number
more pass
23,
plays,
Sean Gannon.
especially because Rhinebeck and their
Pick up of
opponents,
9
they haven't
yards.
seen a ton of pass offense. So
So
obviously the defense is
number
more used to
51,
covering the run.
Francesco Branca.
The fake handoff there. 2 guns, takes it himself. Doesn't
And the
even get to the
Black
line
Hats
of
stuffed that run play.
scrimmage.
However, there is a flag on the
But
field.
a flag on the play.
That flag came from the judge behind the secondary. Kind of a weird spot for a flag on a run play like that.
And the indication on the field is an illegal chop block by the Blue Devils.
So it'll go against Haldane, an illegal blocking call. So it'll push them back. I think that's a 10-yard penalty.
I think it's 10 unless it's a personal foul. It's a 15.
15. And that's costly when you're bringing up 3rd and short. Now you're redoing 2nd down and 15 yards to go.
After the 15-yard penalty, it'll bring up 2nd down and long for the Blue Devils.
It's a costly penalty. Obviously, when you're getting beat as a lineman, you want to open up your bag of tricks and try to get it done another way. But you've got to keep it legal. You got to keep it clean. Especially chop blocking is a way to get players hurt. So can't stand for it.
And that's why it is such a big penalty, 15 yards, as opposed to just maybe a 5 or 10-yard infraction. But 2 guns from the shotgun, looking for Percachulo, but off target. Defense there from Galern. And that throw just was not where Pekachula
pass falls
was.
incomplete.
The
It'll
other
bring
thing
up
is,
third down
honestly,
and
if
long
that
for the
pass
Blue
was
Devils.
complete or closer to on target, that could have been an offensive pass interference call. It looked like Pekachula had to kind of shove to get some inside position. So either way, probably wasn't going to go for Haldane.
Now Haldane looking at a 3rd and 15 from their own 25. 2 guns from the shotgun, dumps it off for Giacinta. Good positive yardage there, but of course when you're facing 15 yards to go, picking up 8 yards doesn't help.
Pass for number
And
44,
it'll be
Sam
a 4th
Giacinta
and
is
6
complete.
for
Goes for about 8
Haldane.
yards, and it'll bring up 4th down for the Blue Devils.
We'll see the game's first punt.
And it's 2 guns punting. Rob, you talk about possible trickery for Ryeneck on the extra point. Haldane could have their own trickery here, but not
And not from that spot on the field, most likely.
not going for it as the punt to Spencer, who picks up about 3 yards on the return, gets it out to the 42.
Black Hats punt return by number 24, Logan Spencer.
Well, Ryeneck can get right back at it now.
To the Black Hats 41-yard line, where it'll be first down and
Still
10.
good field position, almost at midfield.
Yeah, not bad at all. They're outside their own 40, and everything's been good so far on offense. The number one message: keep it going and try not to make anything negative happen.
Been having success running the ball down their throat. They should continue it. They go to the air there. Intended receiver Galern bounced it off his helmet.
Black
a
Hat
little
pass
too
intended
high
for number 11, Ben
from
Galern,
Ashram.
falls incomplete. It'll bring up second down.
They say keep your eye on the ball, but maybe a little bit too literal there.
Watch the ball, don't have it come at your eyes. Few substitutions for Ryeneck as they break the huddle. Now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion. 3:07 remaining here in the opening quarter. And it'll be a timeout
And we
for
have a Black Hat
Ryeneck.
timeout on the field.
Coach Iannello not liking what he's seeing and will step out for a second. After that, Ryeneck timeout. 2nd and 10 for the Black Hats. Arjum. He dumps it off for Cueto and the ball loose. Cueto picks it up, but for negative yardage. And
It's a flag down too, it looks like.
this drive not going well for Ryeneck as the first 2 went
Do
so
a flag
well,
on the field
ending
after the
in
play.
touchdowns. It'll be a holding penalty.
So even worse, you almost fumbled the football away and now you have a holding call. So not what Ryeneck wanted to achieve on this drive. Still be, if they accept it'll be second down.
And
But the indication was a holding penalty against the Black
one
Hats.
bright spot for Ryeneck, though, is that even with the penalty and the incomplete pass, even if they can't pick up the first down here and are forced to punt, it's not horrible field position. They'll still be around the 30, 35-yard line.
And after the penalty mark-off, it'll bring up second down and 20.
It'll be interesting to see what they do here with second
For the Black
and
Hats.
near, I think, 20.
2nd and 20 for the Black Hats. I say go to this, what's been successful, the run, as they hand it off for Dorico, who breaks free, picks up all 20 yards they needed and a lot more all the way to the end zone. Dorico with a 65-yard touchdown run. 18-0, Ryeneck leads.
Well, that's a way to make up for a holding call, isn't it?
Just as we were saying that this drive not going well for Ryeneck, it turns around in a hurry. Long snapper Branca, Ashram, and the kick from Calcagni is no
And the
good.
extra point attempt by number 2, Roman Calcagni, is wide right.
18-0, Ryeneck leads. We'll step aside it. Welcome back here to LMC Varsity Sports. 18-0, Black Hats lead. All 3 touchdowns on the ground. Calcagney kicks off to Haldane, fielded by Allen. The return and a vicious tackle. That's a definite flag there from Ryan.
That's got to be a horse collar
Holding
tackle
return
there.
on the play,
Clear
number
grasping
24,
of the shoulder
Nate
pads.
Allen. And there was a
Easy
flag
call for the
down on the
officials.
play.
And there was, to make matters worse, there was an official right there. So no doubt about it. And that'll only help and aid the return as Haldane now will start off with very good field position. The return got them out to the 37-yard line. Horse collar, I think, is either a 10 or 15-yard penalty.
Usually it's,
The
I think, a
indication
15.
on the field was a horse collar penalty against the Black Hats.
Some of one of those penalties that player safety, they're not going to tolerate. It's going to be the maximum allowable penalty every time.
Thanks to the penalty,
Penalty
Haldane
mark-off will bring
starting
the ball
off in
past the
Rhinebeck
50-yard line, where it'll be
territory.
first down and 10 for the Blue Devils.
First
From the
and
Black
10
Hats,
from
47.
the 47. 2 guns from the shotgun. Looks inside for Chaplin, who makes a great grab.
A couple flags came down. I don't know what that's for, but was that pass tipped on the way too?
Haldane
It
pass
looked
was
like
complete to number 5, Matt Champlin.
Those flags came in late on the
Was a
play
flag on
after
the
the
field.
tackle. Waiting for
Well,
the
like, it
call.
couldn't be pass interference if the pass was tipped, right?
No.
Haven't had indication yet. but-
Indication on the field was pass interference by the Black Hats. That
How about
penalty has
that?
been declined. The result of the play stands. It'll be first and 10 for the Blue Devils.
Penalty declined, though, as
From inside the
The
Black Hats 30-yard line.
completion was
Right, doesn't matter either way.
Exactly.
They'll give you a spot on the foul anyway, but. Yeah, I thought the pass was tipped. You can't have pass interference at that point.
yeah.
So maybe an improper flag, but it ends up not mattering.
2 guns from the shotgun. Little high for Irwin. He had to leap for it. Through the hands of Irwin,
The Blue Devil
almost
pass
picked off
intended for number 82,
from
Liam Irwin, falls
Spencer.
incomplete. It'll bring up second down for the Blue Devils.
as he was sitting behind Irwin, but ball ends up falling to the ground, incomplete. 2:16 remaining in quarter number 1. 2nd and 10 for Haldane from the 29-yard line.
We're seeing them having some success in the air, so don't be surprised if they keep going to the air and taking some shots downfield.
2 guns. Hands off.
Did he, or was it a direct snap?
The run from De Gregorio.
Haldane carry on the play by
picks up-
number 28, Joe Di Gregorio.
Picks up no yardage. So it'll be 3rd and 10.
Well, now they
Play
moved the
goes
stick.
for
He did
about
get
3
about
yards. It'll
2 or
bring up
3
third
yards.
down for the Blue Devils.
They kept the stick right at the 10-yard marker without moving it, but they did it. And 2 guns looks near side for Percaciulio.
It threw it
Falls.
too far in front of him, and it's too bad because if he
Haldane
made that
pass
catch, he
intended
might have
for
had
number
room to
21,
break a tackle
Thomas
and get a big
Percaciolo
gain.
falls incomplete.
But they'll probably go for a 4th down anyway, considering where they are on the field.
And it will bring up fourth
where they are
down for
on
the Blue
field
Devils.
and facing an 18-point deficit already in the first quarter. So the Blue Devils do go for it. 2 guns from the shotgun directing traffic. Gannon went in motion. 2 guns. Takes it himself. And he has enough for the first down. All the way inside the 10-yard line. He breaks for the pylon and goes for the touchdown. 2 guns taking it himself.
And it's a Blue Devil touchdown by
Haldane on
number
the
11,
scoreboard.
Brendan 2 Guns.
Well, how about that? You've got the entire defense thinking pass. It says, why don't I just run it? The middle of the field is completely open. And very effective running from 2 guns, especially halfway through, realizing I better cut right here, and gets himself all the way to the end zone.
All he needed was 7 yards to pick up the first down. He ends up going for 26 for the touchdown. Hankel on the kick, and he gets it right through a low
And
line
the extra
drive
point
kick,
by number
but
75,
nonetheless,
John
it's
Henkel,
good.
is complete.
18-7, Rhinebeck leads, 1:27 to go here in quarter number 1.
And that brings
We'll
us
step aside and be
To the
back
score
right
of
after this.
18-7 for the Black Hats here with 120.
Welcome back to LMC Varsity Sports. 1:27 to go in quarter number one. 18-7. Rhinebeck leads. Haldane kicking off after the touchdown. Henkel sends it, and it's fielded not very cleanly, but finally Spencer breaks free past the 50-yard line to the 30, the 20, the 10, and he's tackled down inside the 10 at about the 7-yard line.
Black hat return by number 24.
What a great
Logan
return.
Spencer.
Talk about good field position to start off with.
And it didn't
Carries
look like it
ball
off
all
on the
way
outset.
to inside the
It looked
Blue
like
Devils
Cueto
10-yard
wanted to
line,
field
where it'll
on
be
the bounce, and
first
it took
down
a very
and
weird
goal for
low
the Black
hop through
Hats.
his legs, but right behind him was Spencer, and everyone was looking for Cueto. So Spencer able to run it up the near side of the field. Rhinebeck in obviously fantastic field position right now.
Can't get much better than that. Disappointing you didn't get the score immediately on the kickoff, but still can't complain with starting at the Haldane 7.
And a great way to answer, too, after giving up a touchdown.
Arjum hands off, fakes the handoff for Maffei and runs it up into the end zone. Touchdown Haldane. Touchdown Rhinebeck.
Black hat carrying to play number 3, Gabe Adrum, goes for a touchdown.
This might be a new record for points scored in a quarter between two teams, my goodness.
24-7, Rhinebeck leads, looking to make it 25 now.
And following the touchdown, the Black Hats will go for the 2-point conversion.
Go for the 2-point conversion instead, actually.
Prior to the start of the play, there is a timeout.
Miscommunication on
Called by
the
the Black
Rhinebeck
Hats.
side. So, timeout called by Coach Einel. Not happy that he had to waste a timeout there, but we'll step aside for the 2-point conversion right after this. Welcome back. 2-point conversion time for Rhinebeck. Asrum takes it himself, tries to muscle up the middle, and he falls just short. No good on the 2-point conversion.
And the 2-point conversion is
24-7.
no good for the Black Hats.
Rhinebeck over Haldane.
However,
1 minute
following the
9
fourth Black
to
Hat touchdown in the
go.
first quarter, the score stands Black Hats 24.
Welcome back here to Rhinebeck High School. 24-7, Black Hats leading the Haldane Blue Devils. Roman Calcagney to kick off. Shallow kick, takes a few bounces, fielded by Junjulis. He picks up about 5 yards on the return.
Holding return on the play by
Crosses
number 20,
the 35,
Luke
gets it
Junjulis.
to the 37.
Brings the ball
Which
back
is where
to
the Blue Devils will start
37-yard
their
line, where it'll be
drive.
first down and 10.
Last time they had the ball, a great touchdown run from the quarterback, Brandon Two Guns.
We'll see what they do here. Obviously, Haldane's mostly had success throwing the ball, but throwing in that running changeup works too, as we saw in the touchdown run.
Two Guns sets up in shotgun, the blitz from Rhinebeck, and it works effectively, picking up maybe a yard for the running back, Giacinta.
Sam Giacinta. The result of the play goes for a short loss. It'll bring up second down.
2nd and 11 for Haldane. Under 40 seconds to go here in the first quarter. And there'll be a flag on the play.
Prior to the snap, we have flags on the field, and the indication is offsides by the Black Hats.
Offsides on Rhinebeck. And it was pretty clear from where we were standing. It looked like number 51, Francisco
After the
Branca
5-yard mark-off, it'll bring up second down
jumped
and 6 for the
a
Blue
little too
Devils.
Another
quickly.
player too, so yeah, clear, obvious call, and clock running. We're getting down to the end of the first quarter. This has been a long first quarter.
A lot of scores and timeouts, and the interception. Nick DeRico sits right there in the middle, and Two Guns sends it right to DeRico. Rhinebeck
And that play brings
in
us to the
control.
conclusion of the first quarter.
In control through one quarter. It's 24-7. Black Hats lead. We'll be back right after this.
First down and 10 for the Black.
Rob Moretti here with Ian Sachs. Second quarter of action. Ryan with the ball after that interception by Nick DeRico. Ashram takes it far side. There's a flag down on the play. Well, Ashram took it close to the
play by
first
number 3,
down marker.
Gabe Ashram, but we have a flag on the field.
Ashram was running at about the 30-yard line. The flag came at the 20-yard line, so referee down there must have seen something.
You would think it's probably looks like it's against Haldane. It's probably either an illegal block or a hold.
Referee coming to give a signal now.
And they picked up the flag, so the result of the play
No flag.
It will be first and 10 for the Black Hats.
First and 10, and Ryan continues to move the ball effectively on the ground.
Ashram this time hands off to Rico, is met and able only to push forward for a couple of yards.
The initial contact right at the line of scrimmage, he did muscle through for about a yard.
Black Hat carrying the play goes for a
Still
short gain. It'll bring
continues
up
to get
second down
positive
on the
yardage.
tackle for the Blue Devils, number 34, Brad Dowd.
And most importantly, the way this game has been going, the clock continues to run after the run play. Let's see if we can't have a shorter second quarter than first quarter. A lot of scoring in that first quarter too, a little peculiar.
Rydek taking 2 timeouts there too, adding to the length in real time.
To Galern, he breaks a tackle and keeps on going. He breaks another tackle, he's inside the 10 and finally taken out at the 7-yard line. Nice run there for Ben Galern.
Galern breaking a few tackles there and really finding his stride once he got to the secondary and then just muscled out of bounds. But nonetheless, it'll be first and goal as Galern galloped inside the 10-yard
bring up
line.
first down and goal for the Black Hats
there working on his
inside
Heisman
the Haldane 10-yard line.
Here we go, Ryan! Here we go!
First and goal, Ryan. It's a pitch to DeRico. He's trying to get around the corner. He's met, but he does pick up some positive yardage.
Looks like he got
Black Hat
inside
carrying
the
the play, number
5.
7, Nick DeRico. Picks up about 4 yards. It'll bring up second down for the Black Hats.
Second and goal from, I believe, the 4-yard line, just inside the 5. Familiar territory for Ryan.
Last time they had the ball, they started their drive around this after a great kickoff return.
It's Cueto, met by a host of Blue Devils. No gain.
Haldane saw that play coming right
Black Hat
away.
carrying the play, number 8,
4
Peter
or 5
Cueto.
Blue Devils
Goes for no gain. It'll
needed to
up
bring
third
him down,
and goal.
but especially after the last run from Galern where he broke 2-3 tackles before being whistled down, Haldane definitely wanted to make sure to wrap up the Cueto on that run.
So third down and goal. It's a keeper for Ashram. He's not going to get enough, but he does gain a couple of yards and sets up a 4th and short.
And that's a play that we've seen several
Quarterback
times.
keeper on the play,
from
number 3, Gabe
Ryan
Ashram.
Ashram will fake
for
the
a short gain, it'll
handoff,
bring up
take
fourth
it up the
down.
middle himself, and pick up some positive yardage.
Like about 1.5 yards, maybe 2 yards to go to the end zone. And Ryan looking like they'll go for it on 4th down. It'll be terrible field position for Haldane if they don't punch it in.
And Rydek has not had success in the kicking game so far today, so
They go
all the
3
more
wide for the
reason to
first
go
time.
for it.
Maffei in the backfield. Ashram, I don't think he got it. Touchdown!
He did get it.
And the call on the
By
field,
the
touchdown for the Black Hats.
It looked like he was certainly down, but nope, they give it to him.
Kept the legs churning and just got the nose of the football across, and it's not the NFL. There's no challenge system, so it stands. Ryan up 30-7. And Roman Calcagni comes on to try to make an extra point. He's had 1 blocked and 2 missed. Snap down, kick is up. It looks like it is good.
And the extra point by Roman Calcagni is good.
The line drive kick sneaks in there.
Just barely in the quarter. 8:16 to go in the half. 31-7. Rhinebeck on top. We'll be right back. So following the Rhinebeck touchdown, Roman Calcagni's got a lot of kickoff practice today.
Definitely something Rhinebeck doesn't mind having to worry about.
He sends it near side on a hop and picked up by Allen into some traffic. Still up. He gets an extra 5 yards after the initial contact by spinning back into the
Good
field
return on the play by number 24, Nate Allen.
Good job there. Always fight for the extra yardage.
And the Haldane
Paid off for
41-yard line.
Haldane there as Allen able
to
to get those few extra yards and pretty decent field position as they'll be starting at their own 40-yard line, will the Blue Devils.
So see if they're able to find some offensive effectiveness on this drive. Last one ended with an interception right at the end of the first quarter. Two Guns will pass. Looking deep and complete. Nice catch by Percacholo.
Reynoso on
Haldane
the
pass complete to number 21,
coverage
Thomas
there. Didn't
Percacholo.
realize the ball was coming. He was so concerned about staying with his man and just got
Brings
barely
the ball all the
beaten.
way down to
But
the
was close
Black
enough
Hats'
to
28-yard line where it'll be first down
not
and
allow
10
any
for the Blue
yards
Devils.
after the catch.
And not an easy catch. Two Guns will pass again. Looking deep, nearly intercepted, instead incomplete. That's the second time today that Ryan O'Rourke has had a shot at an interception and could have bring it down, but defends
Blue
the
Devils
pass
pass
nicely.
falls incomplete, defended on the
looking for
play by number
Percacholo
10,
again.
Ryan O'Rourke.
And you can definitely see that's Two Guns' favorite target there.
That brings up a second down and 10. Clock stopped at 7:51 following the incompletion. Three-man backfield this time. Handoff. And Giacinta for a short gain, maybe 3.
Bring up third and about 7 or 8.
Haldane carry goes for a short 2-yard gain. It'll bring up third down and 8. On the tackle for the Black Hats, number 56, Amore Gordon.
So no doubt 4-down territory here for Haldane. That means they don't have to pick up the first down on this play. They can divide it up if they'd like, but knowing them, probably take 2 shots in the air. Man in motion. Two Guns keeps and snuffed out for no gain.
Haldane carry on the play by number
Garofalo
11,
on the
Brandon
tackle.
Two Guns. Goes for a short gain. It'll bring up fourth
After
down.
the last time that Two Guns took it himself and raced all the way into the end zone, Rhinebeck now alert to know that he does have that capability to keep it himself and pick up several yardage.
4 wide here. Definitely a pass. Two Guns lets it go near side into the end zone. Overthrown Matt Champlin. And that'll turn it over on downs.
Haldane
Good
pass
play.
intended for
Champlin
number 5,
did
Matt
beat his
Champlin,
man
falls incomplete.
streaking down the sideline, but just a little too
That
strong from
results in a
Two Guns.
turnover on downs. It'll bring up first down and 10 for the Black Hats.
And now for Rhinebeck,
From their
all
own
they have to do is
25-yard
just
line.
keep the ball on the ground, keep it moving, keep the clock moving. Simple enough to do.
Certainly up 31-7. Just keep doing what you're doing. Try to work on your consistency. Chew up some clock while you're at it. Azrum keeps, and he's got a first down for Rhinebeck. 15-yard gain on the play.
Broke 2 tackles there after he
Black Eye carry on
got
the play,
past
number
the line of
3, Gabe
scrimmage and into
Azrum.
the open field. And then
Goes
kind of
for about
just
16
dragged
yards.
one Haldane defender for
Result of
the
play
extra
is a
3 or
first
4
down,
yards.
First and 10 for the Black
Almost
Hats
like he
from
ran
their
through
own
a barrel
40.
of monkeys on that one. So fresh set of downs for Rhinebeck. Asram again. This time just a yard.
Swallowed up by a couple Haldane defenders.
Black Hat carrying to play number 3, Gabe Asram, results in a short gain. It'll bring up 2nd down and 8.
There's 6 minutes to go now in the quarter. The scoring has slowed a bit, as you would expect it to once it starts to get a little out of hand. Whistle and a timeout. Didn't see on the flag was thrown on the far side for a false start
Prior
on
to the
Rhinebeck.
snap, the play was blown dead. We have an illegal procedure against the Black Hats.
That'll march it back 5 yards and turn a 2nd and 8 into a 2nd and 13.
After the 5-yard mark off, it'll
Probably
bring up
the
2nd
worst
down
part
and
of that
13.
for Rhinebeck is it stops the clock.
Come on, Ryan!
And when you're leading by 24 points, the clock is certainly one of your best friends.
Toss to Cueto, and he's met in the backfield. He lost a couple yards.
Black Hat
Rhinebeck
carrying the play,
tried
number
that
8.
play
And a
a
late
couple of
flag
times.
just comes down.
We have a flag on the field.
Like
at
it's
the
against
conclusion of the play.
Rhinebeck. It's the initial indication.
Referee indicated pushing the Black Hats back.
Is it delay of game? Did he spike the football or something? Didn't get it back to the official in time?
Could be. I don't know. Far side didn't really have a great view of it, but nonetheless, the official on that side did.
Penalty resulted in a 5-yard mark off. It'll bring up
Certainly did
3rd down and long for the Black
3rd
Hats.
and 19 or 20. Hand off to DeRico, goes for a short gain. We're going to 4th and long and likely to see Rhinebeck's first punt today.
And this is a spot where if Haldane wants to get back in this game, they
Black
need to
Hat
do
carry
it
goes for a
right
short
now.
gain. It'll bring up 4th down.
With under 5 minutes to go here in the second quarter, defense finally figuring out how to stop the Rhinebeck running game. Going to get relatively good field position, barring any penalties. And so, and we know what two guns can do through the air. This is a very interesting part of the game if Haldane wants to get back into it.
Snap is good to Asram. Return man, by the way, is Two Guns. And he's tripped up immediately, so maybe got a yard on the play, but nice punt
Black
there
Hat
from
punt by number 3,
Asram.
Gabe
Effective.
Asram.
And punt coverage by the rest of the
Pushes the ball back
by the
into Haldane
rest of the Black
territory.
Hats
On the
as
return
they
for the Blue
prevented
Devils, number
any
11, Brendan Two
major
Guns.
return from Two Guns.
Brings it to the Haldane 41-yard line where it'll be 1st down and 10.
So maybe it's time for a little 4-minute drill with 4:13 left.
Probably can run one or two plays before the 4-minute warning.
It's a handoff to Percacholo. He knifes through for about a gain of 5.
Haldane carried by number 21, Thomas Percacciello.
And they will stop the clock for the 4-minute warning. It's been a source of some confusion.
That brings us
I did
to
look
the
it up
4-minute
because I was
warning
curious.
here
So
for the first half.
the game clock on the scoreboard here is not official, and that's why they have a 4-minute warning. Have a Marinick, for example, and many other places where they do have an official running the game clock, not necessary.
Interesting.
Two Guns with some pressure unloads it and one hops the receiver Junjulis, but more importantly, he was able to get rid of the football.
Two Black Hats rushing
Holding pass
one on
for number
each
20,
end.
Luke Junjulis
and
falls incomplete.
Two
It'll
Guns
bring up
had to
3rd
get
down
rid
for
of
the
it.
Blue Devils.
Found hit Junjulis semi-open. Figured that's a throw that I can make relatively safely, and just threw it into the ground.
Oh, the 3rd down and 5 coming up, 3:43
And
to
ladies and
go.
gentlemen, we have a timeout on the field by the Blue Devils,
So
and it
we'll
is
step
T-shirt time. If you turn your attention
And a
to
3rd
the
down
top of the press
conversion
box.
coming up next.
T-shirt time.
So we return, 3rd down and 5 for the Blue Devils from just shy of midfield and hold everything. It's a flag on someone. The question is encroachment or false start. And it looks like false start.
Yeah, I think
Prior to the snap, there was a
Fina
flag on the
jumped
field for a
early.
false start against the Blue Devils.
Right guard
After the
right tackle,
5-yard
excuse me, the
mark-off,
right
it'll bring up
tackle.
3rd down.
got a little too anxious on that 3rd and
10.
5 and really changes the dynamic of this play. 3rd and 5, very manageable. 3rd and 10, it's long.
Almost a high snap. Two Guns under pressure unloads, and nearly another interception for Nick DeRico.
Intended for Giacinta.
Blue Devils pass
And
intended for number 44,
Nick DeRico just
Giacinta
slid under
falls
there,
incomplete.
breaking it up, almost
bring up
coming away
4th
with the
down.
interception.
So we'll see what Haldane does on 4th down. Judging by the personnel going in and out, it could be a punt, and it will be. Well, look out for the fake, though. As we said, Two Guns is the punter, and he can throw it. And he can run it, too.
And from the 41-yard line, it wouldn't be that surprising if they tried to fake it.
Goes off of Cueto, he recovers, and is wrapped up finally inside the 30.
Allen and Giacinta on the tackle there.
Black Hats kickoff return by number 8,
DeRico
Peter
came
Cueto.
to try to start blocking and kind of got in the way of Cueto looking
Carries
to,
the ball back
for
to
room
the
to
Black
return
Hats
it.
30-yard line.
and then by the time that
Where it'll
Cueto
be 1st down
swiveled
and 10.
around to get any return possible, there were already a swarm of Blue Devils there to swallow them up.
So 3:25 left in the half. Rhinebeck takes over once again after a successful drive on defense.
Had several successful drives, just one scoring drive for Haldane so far.
Azram keeps and takes it for
Black
about
Hat carrying the
9.
play, number 3, Gabe Azram.
Especially at this point, just keep the ball on
Picks
the
up 9
ground,
yards,
run
it'll
out the
bring up
final
2nd
3
down
minutes of
and
the
1.
second quarter and get into halftime up 31-7. Quite possibly the best half of Rhinebeck football we've seen so far this season.
I don't think they'd argue with you. So 2nd down and short. Azram hands to Galern. Galern breaks a tackle and Galern's off to the races. Galern down inside the 20 and he's finally wrestled
Black Hat carrying the
down
play, number
inside
11,
the
Ben
15-yard
Galern.
line.
However, there is a flag on the field back at the 40-yard line.
Hold everything, this might come back, and it will.
And the indication is holding against the Black Hats.
Holding against Rhinebeck and an absolute heartbreaker
That's a deflating penalty.
for Black Hat Nation, and get inside the 20 and everyone's screaming, cheering. That holding penalty will push them back not only to where they were, but even further back.
And people get upset about it, but you know what? If there wasn't holding on that
After
play,
the 10-yard
maybe it wouldn't have
mark-off
been a
for the holding
big run.
penalty,
So-
it'll bring up 2nd down and 9 for the
That's
Black
something that
Hats.
we will never know.
I think that's the entire point, right? So 2nd and long now. Three wide for Rhinebeck. Handoff up the middle. Was Maffei for a short gain. It'll be 3rd down and 6.
Black Hat carrying the play,
2
number
minutes to
42,
go here in the
Gio
first
Maffei.
half.
Picks up about 3 yards, it'll bring up 3rd down and 6.
And if Rhinebeck does not get this first down, they can run the clock down to about a minute 20, minute 15, which doesn't give Haldane that much time to muster a drive.
Azram pitches at the last second. Galern able to control it, but doesn't get anywhere.
Galern bobbled it initially, but of course there were 3
Blackhawk carrying the play, number
Blue
11,
Devils
Ben
right
Galern.
there. 2 of them focused on
Goes for no gain, it'll bring up 4th
Azram.
down.
I think Haldane just called a timeout, but we have 4th down and 6. Rhinebeck likely punting when we return from this timeout on LMC.
And we have a timeout on the field.
So it will be a punt for Rhinebeck on a 4th and 6. 2 guns deep to return for the Blue Devils. Azram deep in punt formation.
smart timeout there from Haldane to save about 20 seconds.
So we'll bounce at midfield, takes a bit of a black hat bounce, another extra 5 or 6 yards at the end. It'll be down at the...
And the black hat punt carries down to the Haldane 44-yard line.
Haldane
first
44.
down and 10 for the Blue Devils.
So they take over with a minute 22 to go.
left in the first half.
Haldane, I think 1 timeout remaining, so definitely can use that at some point on this drive.
And remember, if you get a first down, the clock stops for the chains to move. So that can help them too.
And Haldane's offensive preference through the air, so incomplete passes do stop the clock.
That pass was complete to Sean Gannon, but right at the line, maybe got a yard.
Haldane catch on the play, number 23, Sean Gannon.
Picked up a yard, they give it to the 45.
Clock down to a minute. Under a minute by the time this snap comes. 4 men wide. 2 guns. Unloads, complete. That's Percacholo, who steps out of bounds wisely, got the first down. And that will stop the clock at 50 seconds.
Haldane catch complete to number 21, Thomas Percacholo.
Smart play there from
The result of the play is a first down. It'll be first and 10 for the Blue
He knew the
Devils
yard line that he had
from
to
the
get
Black
to
Hat
pick up the first
42-yard
down,
line.
and he knew where he was on the field, how close he was to the sideline to pick up the most possible yards and get out, which saves Haldane's final timeout.
On first and 10, 2 guns with pressure, steps up and runs for it. Takes off to the far sideline, gets the first down, and that'll at least stop the clock to move the chains now with 41 seconds.
Haldane carry on the play, number
Blue
11,
Devils trying to
Brendan
get lined up
Tuga, tripped up on
quickly
the
so they don't
play.
have to
By the Black Hats, number
burn
13,
too much
Jose
time in
Reynoso.
between plays. Now it starts running.
First down and 10 for the Blue
And
Devils.
here is the snap. 2 guns with time this time. Over the middle. Incomplete, as Janjulis initially made the catch, but then had to use the ground to secure the ball, and that means incomplete.
A dangerous throw there
for number 20, Luke
by
Janjulis
2
falls
guns,
incomplete.
as
They'll bring up second down.
Janjulis was very well defended there, and really, I was impressed with how close he came to actually making the catch.
Second and 10. 2 guns unloads and falls at the feet. Defended well by Jose Reynoso.
Reynoso playing very tight
Pass
coverage
intended for number
on
21, Thomas Percacholo falls
Percacholo, and if he
Third down
was
for the Blue
watching the
Devils.
ball instead of Percacholo, he could have maybe slid out in front and tried to pick that off.
Third and 10, 25 seconds to go in the half. Empty backfield for 2 guns.
No surprise there. You know Haldane's going to the air this time.
Nearly caught, incomplete by Percacholo.
Blue Devils pass falls
Percacholo
incomplete.
trying to
It'll bring
one-hand
up
catch
fourth
it.
down.
Always go with 2 hands. Play it safe.
So they'll have 1 more shot to pick up 10 yards. It's 4th and 10 with 20 seconds left. And a timeout.
And we have a timeout on the field,
On the field
for
called
the
by
Blue Devils.
Haldane, so they'll burn the last one with the clock stopped. They want to get this play right, though. 20 seconds left in the half. 4th and 10 when we come back. So here it is, 4th and 10. 1 man in the backfield with 2 guns. He will pass. He looks deep. And caught! touchdown. Haldane, Sean Gannon hauls it in.
Haldane pass complete
Gannon
to number 23,
slipped past
Sean Gannon
O'Rourke.
for the touchdown.
Two Guns with enough air on that one to get it across to Gannon.
So a passing touchdown, Two Guns can add to his rushing touchdown back in the first quarter. And are they going for two? It sounds like they will.
If they get the 2-point conversion, it will make it a 2-possession game.
Two Guns will pass it again. Almost sacked over the middle and caught after a tip. Percacholo picks it up.
And the 2-point conversion is good.
How about that?
Spencer tipped that one in the air, and right when he saw that the completion was made, he just put his hands on his helmet. Couldn't believe that it fell through into the hands of Percacholo.
So 15 seconds left, 31-15 the score. We'll be right back with the kickoff. So Haldane will kick it off to Rhinebeck. The number one thing for Haldane here is don't let them bring it back for a big return, as they did earlier. Might see a squib kick here, something of that nature.
And if you're Rhinebeck, just simply sit on the ball and keep it.
That's exactly what happens.
Run one play off here. You don't need to get any big yardage. Worry about trying to get into the end zone. Just get into halftime with a 2-score lead.
And Haldane doesn't have any timeouts. Not that they'd use them, but could take a knee here if you want.
And the Black Hats fall on the
Right
kickoff.
now, ball security
So it'll
is
be
the
first down
number one
and
thing.
10 for the Black Hats from their own 38-yard line.
Haldane gets the ball, too, to start the second half. That could be big. Well, they sent a bunch of guys wide. They might try to throw it up. Hazram will pass. Oh, no, he won't. He is sacked. I think Will Westerheis was first to him. And that'll end the half.
And Haldane with the sack on the play, and that brings us to the conclusion of the first half.
Rhinebeck
With the score,
with
Black Hats
all the
31
momentum in
and the Blue
the
Devils
first quarter.
15.
Haldane,
At this
the
time, we invite all
momentum
fans
very
to
late
the
there,
concession stand
scoring
located behind the
a
main
touchdown and
stands,
then getting
run by
that
the Rhinebeck Booster
gigantic
Club.
sack to end the half. But very exciting, entertaining first half of play here.
So we'll take a break for halftime. We'll come back. 31-15 Rhinebeck at the half. Stay tuned, though. This one not over yet.
But elected to defer,
Back
so
for the
the Black
second
Hats
half.
will be kicking
Rhinebeck
off
will
to that
kick
to
off
start
to get it started.
today's second
And
half.
if Haldane can score on this drive, we've had a really interesting ball game all of a sudden.
Going for the 2-point conversion on their last touchdown made it a 2-possession game. So a score here, they could get within 1 touchdown.
Met at the 40-yard line was Nate Allen.
Haldane returned by number 24, Nate Allen.
So that's where they'll take over. They need 60 yards
Brings
to
the ball
get
back
themselves
to
a
the
score
Devils'
closer.
40-yard line.
But you're right, that 2-point
Where it'll be
conversion is
first
so
down
key
and
because
10.
Rhinebeck has had to score so many touchdowns because they've only made 1 extra point. Haldane, meanwhile, has a kick for 1 and a 2-point conversion, and the math works out so much better to their favor because of it.
And let's not forget, on the last play before halftime, Haldane got a huge sack on Ashram, and that was a big momentum swing right after the touchdown.
Joe DiGregorio on the carry for no gain. So second down and
Blue Devils
10.
carry on the play, number 28, Joe
A rare
DiGregorio.
run play drawn
Goes
up
for
from
no
Haldane.
gain.
That one a run play without
As he
a
was
broken
met
play
by Black
when
Hats defender
we've
number
seen
55,
Two Guns
Ian Gabriel.
take off and run it himself.
2 men in the backfield with 2 guns. And he hands off this time to Sam Giacinto once again for no gain. Now I know you have to keep the defense guessing and mix up the run and pass, but
Haldane carrying
gotta
play
pass it now,
44,
right?
Sam Giacinta.
I think that
1 yard. And bring up
deciding to
third
go
down
for the,
and 9.
I like the decision to go for the run on first down, switch it up a little, as you said, Rob. But now, after going 2 runs and picking up a total of 1.5 yards, everyone in this stadium knows that it's going to be a pass. They're going to the air.
Indeed it is. 2 guns unloads, incomplete. Was intended for Percacholo, and really, now I know you don't want to tell the defense what's coming, but down near the end of the first half, I think everyone knew that they were going to pass, and they still passed for a touchdown. So
And that's their bread and butter, and a little surprising that they went 2 straight run plays. I would have expected maybe a 1-and-1 and then
see where you're at.
Exactly, but now they're forced to punt and give the ball back to Rhinebeck.
Cueto and Spencer deep for Rhinebeck. Kick is away. It's towards Spencer. Takes a hop and he lets it go. Very good Haldane bounce. And it'll be down inside the 20-yard line by the Blue Devils. So Rhinebeck takes over deep in their own territory.
Before it is
But
down
with
by
a
the Blue
2-score
Devils.
lead and looking for
It'll be
more.
first down and 10 for the Black Hats.
That ball rolled about 10 yards after Spencer decided to let it go. Smart decision to let it go, because if you don't field it cleanly, could fumble it and really give Haldane a great opportunity there. But also taking a great Haldane bounce as it bounced initially around the 30, and now Rhinebeck starting inside their own 20.
Man in motion. It's a pitch to Galern. And nice tackle there by Brad Dowd after a short gain by Galern.
Dowd
Black
wrapped
carry
him
number
up
11,
low
Ben Galern goes for
and
about
prevented
a yard,
him from
maybe
getting
2.
out
It'll
into
bring up
open
second down
space,
and
because
8.
open space tackles are so much harder than when you're up near the line. So we were surprised to see Haldane coming out of halftime focusing on the run. Rhinebeck, no surprise there. That's their bread and butter.
Flag comes down on the rush. Likely a hold on
Black Hat
Rhinebeck.
carry on the play, number 8, Peter Cueto, but there is a flag on the field. The indication is holding against the Black Hats.
They'll negate the short gain on that play and push him further back.
Neither team doing too well offensively, at least at the beginning of their first drives, as Haldane picked up a total of 2 yards on their first drive. Rhinebeck now in negative distance after that penalty.
After the 10-yard mark off, it'll bring up second down and long for the Black Hats.
Now Rhinebeck down their own 6-yard line, and this is the part where you really need to be careful, especially with ball security. You don't want to give Haldane an easy turnover for a touchdown.
Looking at a 2nd and 18 here, and certainly holding on to the football is the most important part now, not even so much the yardage.
Run for short gain.
Yeah, it was empty, right?
I think that was Maffei on the carry. 3rd down and long for the Black Hats.
Black Hat carry on the
Still
play by
inside the
number
10.
42, Gio Maffei goes for a short gain.
It's
It'll bring up 3rd
Rhinebeck,
down and long.
They would really like to pick up a few yards here to,
Yeah, at least to make the punt easier at worst.
as of now, they'd be punting from their end zone.
Tripped off. Got tripped off. Empty. Empty.
Man in motion. Pitch to Galern. He gets around the corner and goes down after a gain of about 5.
Thought about
Black
cutting
Hat
it
carrying
up
the play, number 11,
inside,
Ben
but
Galern.
went behind the block from DeRico in order to pick up those few extra yards.
That'll bring up 4th down and long for the Black
So now
Hats.
on the punt, Azure will be right at his own goal line instead of deep in his own end zone, so it's a little better.
But still, nonetheless, you have 2 guns set up for the return. It the Rhinebeck 45, so already in Rhinebeck territory.
High kick, takes a Rhinebeck bounce, and will be down right at midfield by the Black Hats.
And the Black Hat punt rolls
So
to
still
midfield, where
very
it'll
good
be first down and
field
10 for the
position.
Blue Devils.
Halfway
From
to
the 50-yard line.
touchdown, halfway to the end zone, and you always like to see that. And after getting a good defensive stop, the offense now rewarded with good field position.
We'll see if Haldane can get something going. Their first drive this half, not very successful. See if they go to the air more. They've got trips right. And the pass is complete. Met immediately was Percocciolo by Logan Spencer, but not after a 5-yard gain.
And Two Guns setting up in the shotgun there,
Blue
something he
Devils pass
didn't
complete,
do
goes
at
for 6
all
yards
on their
play
first
for the
drive. Of
Black Hats,
course,
number
only
24,
just 3
Logan
plays,
Spencer.
but still, the emphasis of Haldane, very different.
Flag comes down as Giacinta runs for close to a first down, but I have an inkling this one's coming back.
Blue Devils carry on
It
the play,
does
but there's a flag on the field.
Seem like it's going to be against Haldane. If it doesn't, it looks like he would have picked up the first down on the run, the spot right at the 40-yard line, which is where they needed to get to.
And the indication is a penalty against the Blue Devils.
It is against Haldane. I'm not sure, is that a contact to the head or it's an interesting, I don't know if I'm familiar with that hand signal.
Yeah, it's something I haven't seen yet, but nonetheless, it's an illegal.
The indication is 12 men on the field for the Blue Devils.
Oh, there you go. A 12-man offense, that doesn't get it done. So they'll negate that play and march it back. I believe it's like a 10-yard penalty.
And after the penalty
15-yard
mark-off,
penalty.
it'll bring off second down and long.
Surprising that that's such a big penalty.
I thought it was a 5-yard in the NFL. I remember the Giants used that on defense in the Super Bowl, and it worked to their favor because it took time off the clock.
Mm-hmm.
It was near the end of the, I think, 2011 win against the Patriots.
It's very interesting when teams take the penalty and it actually helps them in situations like you said that with the Giants in the Super Bowl there, Rob.
A little NFL team difference between your two announcers here, but that's all right because my team won. Handoff. Giacinta for a gain of 5.
And
Blue
now
Devils carry the
it's
play
going to
number
set up
44,
third
Sam
and
Giacinta.
about 13, 14.
Picks up about 5 yards. It'll bring
You
up
have to,
third
you
down
know
and
Haldane's
14.
going to go to the air, and I wouldn't count out a throw to Percocciolo because he's been Two Guns' favorite option so far today.
Take the handoff. Two Guns takes it himself, breaks a tackle, and they've at least got themselves in position here for a 4th down and 4. Maybe you go for it.
I say you do go
They
for
carry
it.
by number
I
11,
think
Brandon
that
Two Guns.
if you're in your
Goes for
opponent's
about 10 yards. It'll bring up
territory, you might as well
on
go
the tackle
for
for
it.
the Black Hats, number 24, Logan Spencer.
And indeed they will. Come out with trips right. Percocciolo in the slot. And it's Percocciolo. Is it complete? Yes. And a first down.
They needed 4 yards. They got 6 on that pitch and throw to
They catch on the
Percocciolo.
play by number 21, Thomas Percocciolo. That actually results in a first down. It'll bring up first and 10 for the Blue Devils inside Black Hat territory.
Gets the Blue Devils to the 38-yard line.
Giacinta comes into the backfield. And it's a give to Giacinta, no gain, met immediately by the Black Hats. Nick
Devils
DeRico
carry
on the
goes
stop.
for a short loss. On the tackle for the Black Hats, number 7, Nick DiRico.
Actually, a loss of 1 on that play.
And this shows even more. Now, look, I'm not Coach Ryan McConville, but if I was, I'd throw every play. It's been far more effective, even when the defense knows it's coming. It's been their most effective way to move the ball.
I think at this point in the game, second half, trailing by 2 scores, you need to go with what's going to work. And right there,
That's a run there that once again is not working. Giacinta for another loss.
Haldane carry goes for a loss. They bring up
with
third down.
Haldane's run plays, it's not even that they're picking up only a yard or 2. They're not even getting back to the line of scrimmage. The Rhinebeck defensive line, very smart in smelling out the runs.
And even now if you're Rhinebeck, you really know they're probably going to pass the ball. So makes the passing attack, well, they do run it. Maybe going for maybe outthinking themselves a little bit here. They did get a short gain on that play, but 4th down and long, and it looks like the punt team's coming in.
And
Haldane carry by number 44, Sam
even on that play where it seemed like Haldane would have to throw, Rhinebeck rushed everybody up to the field, tried to blitz, and it worked out because they sniffed out a run and got it for a loss.
Snap to 2 guns. Kick is away. And it will be down right at the 20-yard. No, it's picked up by Ashram. Looks like he returned it for a short loss.
I think Ashram figured everyone's kind of stopping, waiting for the ball, maybe try to catch Haldane sleeping and pick up a few yards.
Haldane, it'll bring up first down and 10 for the Black Hats. From their own 20-yard line.
Very risky move, though. If he mishandles the ball, Haldane can pick it up and take it back the other way.
They'll give him forward progress, so it's at the 20-yard line still. Rhinebeck will try to have a better drive than they had their last time out, where they lost a bunch of yardage, especially on a penalty. Short gain on the play by Maffei.
Black Hat carry number 42, Gio Maffei. Goes for about 4 yards. It'll bring up second down.
4 minutes left in the 3rd quarter. Rhinebeck, at least with the 2-score lead, wants to run out some clock.
And it feeds right into their favor as they're primarily a running team. Stick with what works well and helps with the clock, too.
Another run for, actually looks like a really short loss on that
Black
play.
Hat carry goes for a short loss. It'll bring up 3rd down and 7.
We'll see if Rhinebeck has any interest in trying to pick up this first, or if the clock is the main thing they're focusing on. They do send out 2 wide receivers.
Let's go, Rhinebeck! Let's go,
It's Galern, and he's picked up quickly, met at the line. So 4th down, loss on the play, 4th
Black Hat carry
down
on the
and
play,
9.
number 11, Ben Galern.
And Rhinebeck
Tackle
will once
made by
again have
number
to punt.
50,
So
Anthony Lombardo for the
all
Blue
that
Devils.
offense we saw in the 1st quarter from
That'll
Rhinebeck,
bring up 4th down
they did
and
pick up a
9
touchdown in the
for the
2nd
Black Hats.
quarter, but this quarter they really haven't gotten anything done when they've had the ball.
Neither team has really mustered any offense so far this half. I think we've seen maybe 1 or 2 first downs on both sides collectively.
Kick is away, Knuckler.
Very
Took a Haldane bounce too.
a short punt
Black
to
Hat
begin with, and
carries
then
out of
took a
bounds
Haldane bounce.
At their own 40-yard line, where
Felt
it'll be
like
first
a
down
little
and
quick
10 for
breeze
the Blue
came in
Devils.
blowing that way just as that kick went away, and that certainly helped the Blue Devils on that one. So 2:33 to go in quarter number 3. And the Haldane offense back onto the field with a relatively short field in front of them.
And last time we were remarking at their good field position starting at midfield. Now they're starting 10 yards even closer to the end zone, starting at the Rhinebeck 40. So Rhinebeck is giving Haldane an opportunity here where they could make this game a very interesting game.
They've still got 14 plus minutes left to play, so Two Guns will throw on first down, looking deep, but overthrew Liam Irwin.
Blue Devils pass intended for number 82.
Irwin had about
Irwin.
2 or
Ball's
3
incomplete.
steps
It'll bring up second
on
down.
Galern. So if they made the connection there, Irwin would have been into the end zone.
It likely would have been 6 if they could have connected. Instead, second down and 10.
Defense!
4 wide for the Blue Devils. Two Guns. And actually a nice play there by Connor O'Reilly to kind of turn himself into a defensive back and prevent an
Blue Devils
interception.
pass intended for number 4.
O'Rourke
Connor
almost
O'Reilly.
coming
Incomplete.
across and
It'll
making
bring up
that
third down
interception.
and 10 for Haldane.
That would have been a definite backbreaker for Haldane. You start with such good field position and then you just throw it away. Literally throw it away.
Third down and 10. At least they didn't lose any yardage, so. And one of those plays could have been for 6. So, I mean, that's the whole point of the pass game is maybe you'll get nothing, but maybe you'll get a lot. Two Guns takes the snap and takes off. He's got a first down. He's in the last line of defense, finally taken down inside the 20.
Blue Devil carry on the play.
And I don't know
number
how
11,
that happened at the
Two Guns.
linebacker level. There was nobody in the middle of the field.
Goes for
as
20
he
yards. It'll
scampered
bring up first
ahead
down.
for 20 yards.
For the Blue Devils from the Black Hats 20-yard line.
So Haldane, 19 yards from a touchdown and making this game really interesting.
Come on, hold him, Reineck!
2 men with Two Guns. It's a handoff to Di Gregorio for a short gain.
Haldane needs to stick with trying to get their passing game going because when they get their passing game going, it
Blue
sets
Devils
up
carry goes for no gain.
Two
It'll bring up
Guns with
second
an
down.
opportunity to have a quarterback sneak on a broken play or simply a designed run for Two Guns himself. But if they go to the running game, Reineck sniffs it out, stops it, and their offense stalls.
Second and 10 as there's a minute 20 left in the quarter. Two Guns will go to the air. Looking towards the end zone, and it's too far for Sean Gannon, but a flag on the play.
Pass ball is incomplete.
Looks
However,
like
there is
it'll
a flag down on the
probably be
field.
pass interference on Ben Galern. Looked like he might have.
Galern looked like his hand signal was, that's an uncatchable ball. Why is it pass interference? But the officials say it is, then it is. We'll see what the call is.
Looked like Galern bumped into the receiver, which is, even if it's uncatchable, I think that the referee's thinking because they bumped into each other, that's what
And
made it
after a
uncatchable.
officials'
the flag.
conference, they've decided to pick up the flag.
So no infraction on that play for
Result
pass
of the play
interference.
stands.
They either decided uncatchable ball or incidental
It'll be
It's
contact.
third down and 10 for the Blue
Looks like-
Devils.
I think probably more incidental contact. Both guys kind of bumped into each other at the same time. There was no clear decision of Galern or Haldane responsible for it.
On third and 10, a throw over everybody, and a flag on the play towards the end. I didn't think that was a catchable ball.
However, there's
No,
another
not at
flag
all.
down on the
It-
field.
it
It's
looks-
a defensive holding or something. We'll see what the call is. Pass interference.
On O'Rourke,
That's a big call.
it is. I
And
think
the
that was
indication is pass
definitely an
interference
uncatchable
against the
ball.
Black Hats.
Percachulo was about 5 yards short of that and standing. He's a relatively short receiver, so even if he was right where the ball would be, I don't think he would have been tall enough to make the catch. Very interesting call there that they pick up the first pass interference flag, which was
After the
definitely a
penalty and the
catchable
mark-off,
ball,
it'll be first
and they
down
keep
and
that one on the
goal
field,
for
which
the Blue
I don't
Devils.
think was catchable.
And now, if there was contact before the throw, the pass interference wouldn't be the call. It would be a defensive hold, but first and goal from the 10-yard line now for the Blue Devils.
Here you go.
Handoff and brought down immediately was Sam Giacinta
Yeah, Ian.
as we're now in the final minute of the quarter.
Blue Devils carry goes for a 2-yard loss. It'll bring up second down and goal.
Gabriel
On the
there
tackle for the Black Hats, number 55,
on the
Ian
defense.
Gabriel.
Swallowing that up, and we see yet again Haldane goes to the ground game and they go backwards. They need to start, they need to not start, but stick with their passing arsenal.
Down to 30 seconds left in the quarter. It's a handoff on second down. Up the middle is Giacinta. And he pushes for more. He's got a gain of about 5. The ball placed down at the 8-yard line. It looks like that will be
carry goes for
the
yards.
third quarter, 10 seconds left, and then Haldane's going to go towards the bench to regroup for the 4th. So a few more seconds tick off till we get to the end of the quarter.
And that brings us to the conclusion of the third quarter.
No scoring in the quarter, but Haldane threatening third down and goal when we get back with the 4th quarter on LMC Varsity Sports.
Back here on LMC Varsity Sports, Ian Sachs alongside Rob Moretti. Haldane threatening third down inside the 10. 2 guns to the end zone. Too high for the intended receiver.
Pass falls incomplete. Bring up 4th down.
Percachullo well defended there with a pair of defenders, one in front of him, one behind him. Rhineck catching on that Percachullo's top 2 guns' favorite target.
Well, we'll see on 4th down if they're able to pick up the TD here. It's end zone or bust.
4th and goal from the 9. 2 guns in the shotgun formation. Rolls out to the right. Looks to take it himself and gets pushed out of bounds. 3 Black Hats there. The initial contact made from Spencer.
Goes for a short loss.
That's a big stop
and
there
that results
for
in a
Rhineck.
turnover on downs.
Kind of not
So it'll be
surprising
Black
they
Hat
made him
football.
blitz an extra defender or
First
2 on that
and
play.
10.
And we have noticed that when there's a player in the face of 2 guns, he's much more likely.
And again, a reminder,
makes sense,
today
much
is
more likely
senior
to
day
not
for
complete
the
the pass.
Rhineck
Most of his
cheerleading
completions,
squad as
he's
well
had enough
as the Black
time
Hat
to set
football
his feet
team.
and throw it where he
We
wants
asked
it.
that with 4 minutes to go.
And
The parents and family representatives of today's seniors,
what's
please
been working
make your way
so
down to the
successfully
track
for Rhineck
under the scoreboard.
in
Again,
the second
down
half
to the track
because
under the scoreboard.
they've
4
been
minutes
getting him
remaining
out of his
in
comfort
today's
zone,
game.
and then when Haldane has tried to run, you've got extra defenders right there at the line of scrimmage. But Rhineck ball now, they're running it. It's Maffei picking up about 2 yards on the
Black Hat
play.
carry on the play by number 42, Gio Maffei. Picks up about a yard. It'll bring up second down.
Now, it's really important, I think, for Rhineck here to pick up a few first downs on this drive. You don't want to give Haldane the ball back again with good field position because each time they're getting closer and closer to picking up a touchdown and making this a 1-score game.
So it'll be a timeout. Rhineck
a
to
timeout
talk
on the
things
field for the
over
Black
and
Hats.
figure out how they are going to put together a few first downs here on this drive. We'll step out and be back right after this. Early 4th quarter, Rhineck leading 31-15. 11:21 to go in this one. Running play for Rhineck as it's Gio Maffei again. Runs it near side, picks up about 4 yards. They'll set up a 3rd and 5.
Tackle on the play for the Blue Devils by number 34,
Black
Brad
Hats.
It's also
Dowd.
not saying this is a big play for Rhineck. They really need to pick up
But
this
he went for
first
about
down. You
4
don't want
yards
to
and
punt
bring
the
up
ball
third
from this
down
spot
and
on the
5.
field. Again, you don't want to give Haldane that many opportunities from that field position.
And if they do pick up the first down, it'll guarantee that they can run off another 2 or 3 minutes off the clock. Asram hands off.
Didn't get it. I think he kept it.
Faked the handoff
Carry
and
on the
kept it
play goes for a
himself.
short gain. It'll bring up
Picked up
4th down.
About 2 yards on that. 4th and 3 for Rhineck. And at this point, you have to punt it because you don't want to give Haldane that good field position in case you don't get it. So it'll be Asram back to punt. Back to receive the punt is Brandon 2 Guns. Ironically, one quarterback punting to the other quarterback. Nearly blocked. Nearly blocked by
Brad
carries out to the
45-yard line.
But they do get the punt away, and it trickles down to the 45-yard line.
Black Hat territory.
Right around where Haldane has been starting their last few drives. First the 50, then the 40, now the 45-yard line. So
split the difference.
Yeah, familiar territory for.
And was there a flag on the play? Because they're moving the ball up 10 or 15 yards here.
Looks like 10 yards to the 35-yard line, and that's a big penalty.
The very shortest field that Haldane has had today. Imagine if they'd blocked that punt, though. That would have been a huge game changer.
But nonetheless, still very good field position, starting at the Rhinebeck, 35-yard line. So Two Guns sets up in the shotgun, and he hands it off for Giacinta. Giacinta picks up about 3 yards on the run.
Blue Devils carry on the play, number 44, Sam Giacinta.
Now this is what they want to do with the run game. Pick up a few yards on first, maybe even second down.
Yard, it'll bring up second down and 9.
Very favorable spot, looks like a gain of 1. But either way, pick up some positive yardage, and then you don't have to air it out 15 yards down the field. You can go for a shorter passing game, change it up. They don't have to play where the first down marker is.
Two Guns in shotgun, Giacinta blocking for him. Looking for Janjulis, and that pass tipped at the last second, then falls to the ground. Now third and long, it'll be 3rd and 9.
Janjulis falls
for
incomplete. It'll bring up 3rd down and 9.
Now they're looking at a long 3rd down, which, Rob, you were saying you don't want that. Well, they find themselves in that situation. Two Guns goes to the air, looking for his favorite target of Percachulo. The fans looking for a push-off penalty there.
I think if that was a catchable ball, you might have seen that call, but clearly a ball out of bounds that
was way over his head.
Well, they got to go for it on 4th, and they will.
Absolutely. It's shotgun formation again. Two Guns takes it, facing the blitz, and he looks for Giacinta.
Falls incomplete
amid the pressure, but it falls to the ground. Turnover on downs for Haldane. So they're having their opportunities. They're just not capitalizing on it.
35-yard line.
Absolutely. At least Haldane's defense has been able to keep this a close game, making stops, especially in this second half. Kind of makes you wonder what was going on in that first quarter. This could have been a very different game if they had played the first quarter the way they played the next 2+ quarters.
So Rhinebeck will start off at its own 34-yard line. It'll be Asram. Man in motion, and
prior to the snap, there was a flag on the field.
Play whistle dead
for a false start against the Black Hats.
Going, and it's a false start on Rhinebeck, pushing them back 5 yards.
Mark off. It'll
not
bring
doing themselves any favors there. Clock stays stopped as well.
So 1st and 15 now for the Black Hats. 9 minutes to go here in this one. Rhinebeck leading 31-15. Still a 2-score game, but nobody has scored since the end of the second quarter when Haldane got its 8-point touchdown. The handoff to Gio Maffei, runs it up the middle, picks up about 1 or 2 yards. Late flag.
Play number 42, Gio Maffei, but there are flags down on the field.
Janjulis and Reynoso were having a few words with each other after the whistle and the play was ended.
And it's against Rhinebeck.
And the indication on the
And
play is a personal
Rhinebeck
foul
going in
against the
the
Black Cats.
absolute wrong direction. First, the false start penalty. Now it looks like unsportsmanlike or personal foul. So that'll be another 15 yards.
My goodness.
Come on, Rhinebeck!
Rhinebeck will now have the ball at its own
Let's go, Rhinebeck!
Like it's the
14-yard line.
And they've spent almost this entire half deep in their own territory.
So that's 2nd and 30 now for the Black Hats as they run it to Cueto. He's wrapped up by 3 Blue Devils. Picks up about 5-6 yards on the play.
Black Cat carry the play number 8,
Still
Peter
3rd and
Cueto.
an incredibly long
It'll bring up 3rd down and long for the Black
distance
Cats.
to go. Looks like about 3rd and 23.
Yeah, at this point, if you're Rhinebeck, I think you just try to run more clock off, punt it away, and take your chances.
Just over 8 minutes to go. The handoff. And that's
Black Cat
Ben
carry the play number
Galern
11, Ben Galern.
who gets it nearly to the initial first down marker, so it'll be about 4th and
Picks up about 10
12.
yards. It'll bring up 4th
For-
down for the Black Cats.
The Black Hats as they have to punt it away here. Ball on their own 32-yard line. So it's Asram back to punt. 2 guns waiting at his own 44-yard line. The high end-over-end punt will be downed at the 43-yard line.
And the ball is down after the
Cueto
punt at the Blue
is
Devils' 43-yard
the
line,
one who
where it'll be first
Downs
down
it for
and
the
10.
Black Hats. Haldane actually starting this possession in their own territory.
Hasn't happened for them in quite a while, but especially now 7:30 to go, they need at least 2 scores to come back in this game. Is there any reason to run the ball at all?
I don't think so. We've seen that the running plays have not worked at all in the second half here as they go to the air on the first down at 2 guns looking for his favorite target, Percachulo. That one too high for him
Pass
though.
falls incomplete. It'll bring up 2nd down.
Should make it 2nd and 10.
That's what you have to do. You know, even the incomplete passes take no time off the clock. Take a few shots, see if you can pick up first down, and then lather, rinse, repeat. That's how you get yourself back in this game.
Let's go, Rhinebeck! Hold them!
That was their strategy in the first half, and that's what got them their 15 points. Based primarily on the pass. 2 guns again looking for an open receiver. Throws it cross body, looking for Gannon.
Blue Devils pass
middle of the
intended for
field.
number 23, Sean
Falls
Gannon, falls
incomplete.
incomplete. It'll bring up 3rd down.
So now it's 3rd and 10, and Haldane got the ball at maybe about 7.5 minutes. It's 7:19 now, so those 2 incompletions not taking any time off the clock, the way Rhinebeck's been doing with their running games. 3rd and 10, 2 guns in the shotgun, rolls out to his right, passes it to midfield to Percachulo, who makes the grab
Blue
right on the
Devils pass is
sideline.
complete on the far
It'll
sideline.
set up 4th and
However, they're short of a
about
first down, so it'll bring up
3
4th
yards for the Blue
4th down
Devils.
and 3 for
This
the
at
Blue
least
Devils.
opens up the playbook a little bit for them. You can try a run play, a pitch play, a short pass, or you can go over the top. So not as easy as defending a 3rd or 4th and 10.
Haldane spreads out. Giacinta in the backfield, and there'll be a flag on the play. It looks like encroachment on
And prior to
Rhinebeck,
the snap, we
which
have
will be
flags
an
on the field.
automatic first down for
Indication
Haldane.
is offsides versus the Black Hats.
Incredibly costly for the Rhinebeck defense.
Definitely. At least you had a chance to make a stop here. Haldane hasn't had a
It'll
whole
have to
lot
be
of
5-yard
rhythm
mark off.
this,
That will
this
result
quarter
in a
this
first
half
down
on
for
offense,
the
and you
Blue
just give
Devils.
it to them, and they can start back over with 1st and 10.
1st and 10 for Haldane at the Rhinebeck 44. So now again in Rhinebeck territory. Two Guns takes it himself, picks up about 4 yards, getting to the 40.
Haldane carry by number 11, Brendan Two Guns.
And that one looked like a design run. He saw the
5 yards,
hole
it'll bring out second down.
in the line and just barreled through it.
Like to go back to the air here with 4 wide.
Two Guns throws it near side, almost gets it to Percachulo. Rob,
That might have been pass interference. It looked like, I think it was Jack Evans had grabbed Percachulo's jersey. I thought he slowed him down a little bit on the way to that ball, but the ref said it was clean.
It did look like Percachulo was slowed up just a bit, and he got his hands on the ball. You can't say that was not a catchable ball. Nonetheless, ref didn't call it. Third and a long 5 for Haldane. Two Guns from the gun. He airs it out near side. Coming back for it is O'Reilly.
Blue Devils pass.
Just a little underthrown.
O'Reilly falls incomplete. It'll be 4th down.
Well, once again, not to be a broken record, this whole half has really been 4 down territory for Haldane, considering that they're down and where they've been on the field. And it looks like they're calling timeout.
So it'll be 4th and 5 from the 40.
Just a mass substitution, actually.
With the mass substitution, you would think maybe they're bringing on the punt team, but
not the case.
Not the case. Two Guns throws it near side, looking for Percachulo. That one just out of his reach.
Blue Devil pass intended for number 20, Luke Chanjulis falls incomplete.
And it will make
defended on the play.
It'll be a turnover on downs, which gets Rhinebeck the ball back. 6:28 to go. Fourth quarter here at Rhinebeck.
For the Black Cats. From their own 40-yard
simply just
line.
have to hold on to the ball, run off as much time as they can on this possession.
Now, what's really important here for Rhinebeck is they're going to run the ball. Stop committing penalties because they'll stop the clock. That last drive from Haldane took maybe a minute and a half off the clock, and that was only because of that one run play by Two Guns. So if you're going to run the ball, you've got to be committed to running it cleanly. Don't get flagged for things that are going to hurt what you're trying to achieve here.
Ashram hands it off for Galern. Galern breaks free down the left sideline, and he gets it to the 25-yard line. Ben Galern doing exactly what Rhinebeck needed, flipping the field now and getting
first down and 10 for the Black Cats inside
very good
Blue
field
Devils
position.
territory.
That's really the first big play on offense
First
for
and 10
Rhinebeck
from the 25-yard line.
Real major effectiveness in this entire half. A good time for it as they're trying to run the clock down on Haldane, and touchdowns work too.
Just over 6 minutes to go here. First and 10 at the 25-yard line. Maybe that'll start to get some rhythm going for this Black Hat offense. The handoff again for Galern, and he churns up, picks up, looks about
Black Hat again, number 11,
about
Ben
6
Galern.
yards on that one.
Picks up 5 yards. It'll bring up second down and 5.
And more important, the clock continues to run, coming up on 5.5 minutes now.
Rhinebeck obviously in no rush. They want that clock to run as much as they can without getting delay of game.
Rhinebeck breaks the huddle, lines up. Too wide. The handoff, or fake the handoff for Gio Maffei. The pitch to Cueto. Turns the corner, breaks the tackle, and it gets inside the 10-yard line.
On the pitch, Black Hat carry number 8,
Pitch at the
Peter
very
Cueto.
last moment to Cueto with a broken tackle to advance the ball. It looks like Ashram might have got his leg tangled up on that play. See if he's able to remain in the game. It's like they'll call timeout and check on him.
So we'll step
Having
out
timeout
after
on
this.
the field for the Black Cats.
For this 4:52
Again,
remaining.
we ask all of the
It's
senior parents and family representatives to make their way to the
31-15
track
leads.
when we get to the 4-minute warning.
Inside of 5 minutes here remaining in the fourth quarter. Rhinebeck looking to add to its 31-15 lead. Ajram takes it into the end
Black Cat
zone.
touchdown.
Touchdown,
Number 3,
Rhinebeck.
Abe Ajram.
Well, I guess his leg's okay.
The little break on the timeout there. Checking out Ajram, and looks to be doing just fine now. As that'll now make it a 3-score game, and with less than 5 minutes to go here, that just about seals the deal for the Black Hats. The kick is up and good right through the uprights, but a flag
The
on
extra
the
point
play.
is good. There is a flag on the field.
Everyone's coming off wondering if that'll be assessed on the kickoff. If it's against Haldane, I think they can do that.
I assume so.
Well, it looks like it might be against Rhinebeck. Or was it running into the... It is good. Maybe it's running into the kicker.
I think either way they would probably assess it to the onto the kickoff.
And here comes the kickoff.
Way to go, Rhinebeck!
Haldane
Way to
just
go!
breaks its huddle. Cal Cagney heads out onto the field. And it is assessed onto the kickoff.
The flag
Cal
on the play
Cagney will
was
be
for roughing
kicking
the
from
kicker.
the
That penalty will be assessed here on
Haldane
the kickoff.
45-yard line.
Yeah, they usually kick off from the 40, but they move it up
The
15
Black Hats
yards.
will be kicking from the Blue Devils' 45-yard line.
They're kicking off from a spot that for Haldane is further to their own end zone than they've started any drive in this half, interestingly enough.
Definitely a battle of field position, and this one right now Haldane is not winning. So it'll be Cal Cagney to kick. There's the whistle. All set to go. Cal Cagney boots it deep. It'll be fielded by Allen. He gets it up almost to the 20-yard
On the
line.
kickoff
Looks like
return, Haldane carries the ball back to their own 20-yard line.
They'll be starting
where it'll be first down
right at the
and
20.
10 for the Blue Devils.
4:42 remaining here. 38-15. Rhinebeck leads over Haldane.
And for Haldane, it's a whole second quarter of opportunity that they just couldn't seize, and now down 3 scores with under 5 minutes left. Not looking good for them, that's for sure.
No, and especially when they've had so many good field position opportunities this half, starting at midfield, starting at the Rhinebeck 40, the Rhinebeck 45, and now starting deep in their own territory as they pick up almost 10 yards there on the run from...
Looks like they got it.
They did get it. They'll give them the
Haldane carry
first
goes
down.
for 10 yards, and that'll be a first down. First and 10 for the Blue Devils
Looked like it was Gannon on the carry.
from their own
on that
30-yard line.
First and 10 from the 30, and now that they ran the ball on that one, time ticks off. This will probably be the last play before the 4-minute warning, as they pick up about 5 yards.
Blue Devils carry goes
Giacinta
for 5 yards. It'll bring up second down, and that
Brings it
takes
out
us
to the
to the
35,
4-minute
and
warning
it's
for today's
4-minute
game.
warning time here at Rhinebeck. Black Hats leading 38-15. It'll be 2 guns from the shotgun. 2nd and 5. Fakes the handoff, takes it himself, brings it out to the 38-yard line, picks up 3 yards on the play.
That's not going to help them with the clock
number
battle.
11,
Is
Brendan
2 plays that
goes for 3 yards. It'll
make
bring
it
up third
run.
down
At least
and
they'll have a
2.
3rd down and short.
At least their running game is successful in picking up positive yardage. We haven't really seen that here in the second half. So now Two Guns goes to the air, and the pass reeled in by Liam Irwin gets Haldane up to midfield,
Blue Devils catch by number 82.
but still
Liam
tackled
Irwin.
right in the middle of the
Results in a
field,
first down at midfield.
which keeps the clock running.
Hold him, Rynek! Hold him!
Two Guns airs it out far side, looking for Champlin.
Another
And
play that looked like
Blue Devils pass intended
Pass
for number 5,
interference,
Matt
a possibility.
Champlin, incomplete.
From
It'll bring up
Spencer
second
there
down.
on the
Spencer had a bit of a
coverage.
grab on him as he was looking to make the catch, but refs call it clean.
3:09 remaining. 2nd and 10 from midfield.
I think that's going to be a too many men penalty.
And prior to the snap, we have an illegal substitution against the Black Hats.
Rynek trying to get its final player sprinting off the field.
Couldn't get it done in time, so that'll move the ball up 5 yards.
Make it 2nd and
After
5 from the
5-yard
45.
penalty, it'll be second down and 5.
They very nearly do it again.
Two Guns airs it out. Threw it in traffic. Jack Evans nearly came off with the interception. I think it hit him in the chest, and he couldn't come away with
for the
it.
Black Hats by number 5, Jack Evans. It'll bring up third down.
You know, I'm not sure if he saw the ball coming. There's a lot of traffic around him. Not enough time to react there.
3:03 remaining here, and it'll be a timeout on the field. We'll step aside. Rynek in control of this one. 3rd and 5 for Haldane. Two Guns goes to the air, nearly picked off by Jack Evans again. That's 2 straight pass attempts that Jack Evans nearly could have come away with.
The
But
glass half full, glass half empty. He prevented 2 catches, but 2 plays that could have gone the other way as well.
set up a 4th and 5 for Haldane. 2:58 to go. And if Haldane does not convert this 4th down here, Rynek can basically just run the clock out when they get the ball back. Two Guns to the air, goes for Gannon, too high for the intended receiver. And so it'll be a turnover on downs. Rynek to start
from their own 45
at their own 45-yard line. 38-15 Rynek leads, 2:52 remaining. And they can just
at
about
this point, just try to run it out. Hope you can run it out.
if they pick up 1 first down, that'll seal the game. Black Hats break the huddle. And coming in to play quarterback is Felipe Danza, a 10th grader. His first snap under center. Hands it off to Gio Maffei, who gets swallowed up for a loss.
Gary goes for a short loss. It'll bring up 2nd down.
2 yards.
So Danza, or I think Cueto took that snap.
Cueto coming in and playing quarterback. Danza's number 9, Cueto 8. So it'll be Cueto again under center for Rynek. Under 2 minutes to go here. 2nd and 12. Cueto and a fumble, and Rhinebeck swallows it up.
And there was a
like
fumble on the
Haldane's
play
got it.
recovered by the Blue Devils.
There goes trying to run the clock out for Rhinebeck.
It'll be Haldane football, 1st down and 10 from Black Hat territory, the 47-yard line.
It's not what you want to see, but it's something you can't be too surprised about when you go to the 2nd string late in the game. Things like that more likely to happen, and still a minute 43 to play. It's going to take a near miracle for Haldane to come back in this one.
But even for Haldane, they want to try to get some type of offensive flow going. They haven't gotten anything to go for them in the second half. Two Guns gets it to Janjulis, who gets sandwiched between
Blue Devil catch by number 20,
Evans
Luke
and
Gingiulis.
O'Rourke.
Pass was complete. It goes for 4 yards. It'll bring up 2nd down.
2nd and 6 now. Minute 15 remaining. Two Guns takes the snap in the shotgun. Feels the pressure, rolls out to his right. Nobody in front of him, picks up the 1st down and gets out of bounds. Two Guns knowing when to ad lib on a play, as he saw that it was broken and took it himself.
It'll be 1st down for the Blue Devils.
I think every time he's had to do that, it's been a pretty
At the Black
successful
Hat's
play.
33-yard line.
So good field awareness for Brandon Dugas.
Shows you he's more than just simply knowing what play to run. He knows what to do when the play doesn't work. Two Guns now in the shotgun. 1 minute exactly to go. Gets it over to Irwin. Shake and bake. Picks up about 7 yards on the play.
Blue Devils catch on the play, number 82, Liam Irwin. Picks up 6 yards. It'll bring up 2nd down.
40 seconds remaining in this one. Two Guns to the air again. Gets it to Percachuo, who runs into the end zone for the 27-yard touchdown.
Number
for
21, Thomas Paracchiolo.
Haldane, making it 38-21. Exactly 30 seconds remaining.
We wonder if Haldane thinks they have a chance here if they go for an onside kick after this.
It's going to take just about a miracle. Down 2 scores. They go for the kick. That's Henkel, who doesn't get it through the uprights.
And the extra point was no good.
So 38-21, 30 seconds remaining. So the two teams come running off the field to get set for the kickoff. We'll be back right after this. Back for the opening kickoff. Haldane, 30 seconds left, trailing by 17. Henkel squibs it right at Spencer, who takes it, fields it, falls on it, and that'll just about do it.
Man, actually, he was trying to get an onside kick. It might not look like it. I remember seeing that back when Ryan Eck made that state championship run. Thomas Pipolo, who was the quarterback, was a champ at it, blasting the kick off the center man and having it come right back to him and picking it up. Didn't work there, but maybe a little inspiration from Coach Iannello.
So 28.9 seconds to be exact remaining. And Rhinebeck basically just has to run one play. They'll take a knee, and that'll just about do it. Unless Haldane decides to use their timeouts, which they won't, and the final 20 seconds will tick off here. So it'll be a 38-21 win for Rhinebeck. The Black Cats getting their first win of the season. all set up by that first quarter. 24 points in
And that
quarter
brings us to
number
the
one.
conclusion of today's Senior Day game.
The Black Hat faithful here, very happy that on Senior Day at Rhinebeck, they pick up a much-needed win.
Definitely, and you could look at that first quarter, really the key to the game, looked like it was going to be a runaway. And then Haldane woke up a little bit, and they played some really good football the rest of the way from there on out. And probably played well enough, you would think, to deserve a closer final score than it was. But in the end, Rhinebeck finally able to pick up their first win on the strength of a strong opening quarter.
The offense excelling in the opening quarter, and the defense, really the story in the second half. Haldane had several drives starting in Rhinebeck territory, and the defense not giving up any ground. Haldane picked up maybe 1 or 2 first downs on each drive, but that was it. Didn't even get inside the 30 except for Haldane's 1 touchdown in the final quarter, but by that point it was already well decided that Rhinebeck would go on and win this game. So we'll have a lot more post-game action coming up after this, the Senior Day ceremony, and then Rob and I will be on the field to wrap everything up. 38-21, Rhinebeck wins.
To begin today's Senior Day celebration, we would like to recognize our senior cheerleaders for their dedication not only to the cheerleading program, but to the Rhinebeck football program and our school community. This group of young women has been an integral part of promoting school spirit on and off the field. We would like to thank each of our 11 senior cheerleaders. To begin with, the captains. First, Captain Kelly Maitland with her mom Patty and her dad Jim. Next, Captain Jessica Giordano with her mom, Lucy.
That's Jessica Giordano.
Then Captain Haley Bruno and her dad, Curtis. Emma Steenkamp and her mom, Eileen, and dad, Paul. Maria Bianco and her mom, Teresa, and dad, Vinny. Victoria Manilova and her mom, Melania, and her dad, Mihai. Demi Perrone and her mom, Sandy, and her sister, Nikki. Kayleen Keys and her cousin, Shatis. Samantha Calderon Figueroa and her mom, Lucy, and sister, Crystal. And finally, Gabriella Carducci and her mom, Philomena, and dad, Ben. Again, another warm round of applause for this year's 2016 Rhinebeck Panther Cheerleader Seniors. And now to recognize the Black Hat football seniors with their parents. First, accompanied by his mother, Maribel, Captain Gabe Ajram. Next up, accompanied by his parents, Grace and Pedro Augusto Cueto. Accompanied by his parents, Jennifer and Richie, Captain Nick Diorico. Accompanied by his parents Sophie and Neil, Captain Jack Evans. Accompanied by his parents Mary Margaret and Morrow, Ian Gabriel. Accompanied by his parents Diane and John, Dan Garofalo. Accompanied by his mother Frances Amore Gordon. Accompanied by his parents Maria and Giovanni, Captain Gio Maffei. Accompanied by his mother Petra, Max Pasquina. And accompanied by parents Teresa and Keith, we have Logan Spencer, and joining them, Jose Reynoso. The following is a message from Coach Nick Iannello. First to the parents, thank you for your hard work with everything. Our entire Black Hat family has made this year so enjoyable for everyone. You are certainly the foundation of our program, and your commitment to our program makes it so very special. To the seniors, even though there's a lot of football left to play in this season, this is the beginning of many endings for you. But as you say your goodbyes, I know you will look back at your time as a Black Hat and you'll realize how important these experiences were in helping to shape your entire life. Hard work, discipline, perseverance, and teamwork. You will hold the memories close to your heart and realize just how important your teammates were and how much fun you really had during your time here. Always remember, in life, like in football, the road is long, and in the end, the journey was the best part. Black Hats forever! Congratulations to the 2016 Rhinebeck Panther Cheerleader Seniors and the Black Hat Seniors from the football program.
Welcome back to the LMC TV Varsity Sports Postgame Show. Ian Sachs alongside Gabe Ajram. And Gabe, a big win today. What was working so well for you guys offensively, especially early on? You got a couple of touchdowns in the first quarter.
The biggest thing was the mental mistakes that we got rid of. That's what was keeping us away from winning the past 3 weeks. And we were able to get rid of it through hard work throughout the week.
Now, what does a win like this, picking up your first win of the season, mean for the program?
It means a lot. It shows that we've come. I mean, we started off not as the team we expected to be, and we put away all the mental errors and got through the week of hard practice, and we finally were able to put it together.
And now finally, how do you take a win like this moving forward and try to gain momentum from it the rest of the way?
We can only get better. It shows that we've come from hard practice, put us together, and we got this win today, and we're going to go far.
Welcome back to the LMC TV Varsity Postgame Show. Ian Sachs alongside Rob Moretti. Rhinebeck picking up a 38-21 win over Haldane. And Rob, the offense early on, 24 points in the first quarter. That set the tone right there.
It certainly did. And Rhinebeck, I think, would probably say that they didn't play the game they wanted to play for the second quarter, third quarter, and most of the fourth, really. But they had such a strong first quarter that they were able to kind of cancel out those later shortcomings and come away still with a 2-touchdown win.
Well, the offense flowing early on, and then it was the defense really the story in the second half. Haldane had great field position, down by just 2 scores, and Rhinebeck held a solid wall of defense.
Oh, certainly, and especially against the passing attack from Haldane that they're not used to seeing from a lot of their opponents. And there were a couple of pass interference calls along the way, which you're going to get, but it was effective. They were able to limit the completions for Haldane, and that was able to, and especially when the Haldane did run, they were able to make those for a short gain or a lot of times a loss, and Haldane has to make longer passes, and it's harder to do, and that all added up to some good defensive stops.
Well, now Rhinebeck 1-3 on the season, and the schedule doesn't get any kinder to them as their next home game will be against Woodlands here on homecoming. So we'll see how the rest of the way heads out for Rhinebeck, but for Rob Moretti, I'm Ian Sachs signing off. Rhinebeck picking up its first win of the season, 38-21, here at home against Haldane.